Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. We're on the edge of the
Come on, this morning.
She's gonna be like this. I just stay within one row and just like time
do the
to
shot.
stay in one row, walk to the.
Eric hit no record. Eric, you watch after you're done.
Yo, what's up? It's morning time. The morning party. Looking at all the trail camera pictures and actually going over some of the bobcat footage. Look at that beast. Me and Casey both agree it was bigger than that one.
Was somebody doing Highway 99?
Guys, it is October 26th. It is,
You should have seen all the other
I'm
ones.
assuming 5:30 a.m. So that's what time we do this. Day number 2 of our Kansas whitetail hunt. The way these guys do it, these guys are buttoned up. This was a button, the top button would be like this. But the way they plan,
High school friends that haven't
you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys to go out hunt, is they check the wind direction. Whatever wind direction they get, they go and write down every stand they have with that right wind direction, right? So if it's coming out of the south, they have southwest stands. So they write all those down. They basically go in and look at all the pictures from the trail cams, and the most active 6 stands are the ones that they go and sit. So that's what they're doing right now, or they're showing everyone. And what's great is they show you exactly what's going to happen. So they show you the stand on the map, tell you which way the wind's going to be coming, and then they show you the deer that have been hitting that stand the last few days. So you go in there thinking, dude, I have 3 giants I could shoot right here. And it's possible. But at the same time, they're whitetail. And what I'm learning about whitetail is they don't like to come out in the light time. They like to come out in the dark. So they're very nocturnal at this point. They're starting just to like start creeping around about the rut. So it's all about patience, and it's all about spending your time in the stand, because it will happen. You just have to be there and put your time in.
Morning, guys. Logan and I are going back to the river bottom where we were yesterday morning. So last night we were just behind me, a little further north. This morning, south of the river, we have like a northwest wind, pretty consistent right now. We're hoping to get some deer cruising. It was pretty slow last night for everybody. But I like this spot a lot. This spot's like just a crossing point too. So if a deer comes in, more than likely it's gonna cross the river from the south. Would be pretty cool to see. I just want to see some action. I don't care if it's does or anything, but I haven't really seen much up close action the last few days, so that's all I care about. freak out, and he didn't really do that. It looked like he was trying to kind of figure something out, but he was literally standing on top of where we walked and where I set up that camera, and no detection, which is encouraging. If only he was a big mature daddy, that would have been unbelievable, because I would have been able to draw when he was behind me, and he literally just walked perfectly right in front of us. So a little bit of action. I wonder too if I was just doing some rattling like maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Part of me wonders, like, did he come over because he heard that, or was it just coincidence? I don't know, but that got me excited for sure. Finally, Logan and I got a little upfront action. I know, like, typically when we're hunting in the West and it's slow, like, there's things we can do to increase our odds. Like, you know, we're always thinking hike further, stay out longer, or do certain things like physically to increase our chances. I don't know what we can do out here to increase our chances, but I've been wondering how loud we've been in the stand. Like, we sit still and whisper, but I want to get out and listen. I told Eric he's to make some sounds we've been making, like maybe the chair moving a little bit, and just see how much I can hear it down here. Dude, that's pretty good. Like, you can't see us. Eric, sit down. I want to see if I can see you. That's pretty good. Now stand up. Dude, it's pretty concealed. Okay, now make some noises. I'm gonna lift the window. What? I'll lift the window. Okay. He's gonna lift the back window. I can hear that pretty well. Now talk, whisper about as loud as we're whispering. Can't hear nothing. Sit in that chair and move it a little bit. Interesting. It's pretty quiet. I couldn't hear any of that besides the window lifting. I could hear the window lifting, but I couldn't hear you whispering. I couldn't hear the chair. Well, we're doing that right, I think. It's just gonna take that one time, that one mistake that a buck makes, and that would be our chance. We're getting out now, and we're gonna go back and go find a new location for this evening.
Right on the
far edge.
northeast part there. So what I want you to do is I want you to walk in this way. I want you to walk in this way because at night I want you to sneak out this way. So I want you to find a good way to sneak in. That way you're kind of using that same trail to sneak out.
We're getting all the aerial view on Onyx map of the property that we're about to hunt. So he's giving us directions on how to go. And that's Onyx map is so good for so many different reasons. One, we can look at the boundaries of the property that they have leased, the property that we have permission to hunt. We can drop pins on tree stands. We can drop pins on, you know, stealth cams, trail cams, etc., and share them with each other. So just like they're doing right now, we could find everything we need to do, put a pin on Onyx Map if we want. We've actually been sharing them with like BMAC and those guys, bouncing back and forth on a group text message, which kind of makes it fun. So Ben, BMAC, and Zach, you know, we're all in different areas and we all have a group text going and just kind of messing around with each other, letting each other also know if deer are moving, if deer are on their feet and everything like that. It's a ton of fun. But the Onyx Map, definitely very helpful out here for different reasons almost than why they're so helpful to us out in the West or back home. It's really fun to use satellite imagery here and just see where the woods are, see where the fields are, you know, see where the bedding areas are, so we kind of know exactly what's going on based off the wind, which stands to sit. So Onyx Map has definitely been very helpful out here on this trip.
A lot of you guys probably don't think Onyx would help you if you're whitetail hunting property, but it's been phenomenal for us because these guys will just drop us away and we'll look at it and see exactly where we're at and where we need to be, where's the stand at, where the deer are bedding at, and where the food is at. So it's been super helpful.
Do one for your buddies later.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole crew.
I'll take a picture of it all, yeah.
I'm doing Snapchat. I'm a little old for Snapchat. I think there's an age limit at 41. Not quite sure if it's allowed, but I just did my first snap with Joe to his brother. What's up, Rob? It's a hot, warm, breezy day. We're just getting dropped off. We are sitting in the stand that Eric and Casey were at last night. So we're kind of just all bouncing around in different stands, trying different stuff, seeing if we can punch a tag. Nobody's killed anything since Eric's buck on the first night after that storm. Tonight could be the night, although I would say most whitetail people would probably tell you that a hot evening may not be ideal. You just never know. You don't know. Alright guys, we just got set back up and our new blind did a test draw. We're clear everywhere. Got our shooting lanes picked out. I made a mock scrape. Scent web, this stuff is like a silly string, but for a scent scrape, I guess. It's my first ever mock scrape that I made. I feel like I did a really good job. I used a stick to move all the leaves and the grass out of the way, give it the visual look, and then this stuff, HME makes it scrape venom, which is fitting because we saw a bunch of snakes coming in here. It's like snake venom, but it's not. They've seen some pretty good bucks in here in the last few weeks, so my hope is that a buck cruises by, goes to check out my mock scrape, and when he's got his nose up in the air, he's broadside, which will be 16 yards. Let him have it. That's the goal.
So Jordan just sent me the pictures of the shooter bucks that are on this stand. This was on the 21st, and their last client sat it that night. That buck stayed out in this field at 65 yards. Now you can see he came closer this is 5:27 a.m. 7:34 p.m. Look how beautiful that deer is. Tall. Full deer. Look at his brisket and his belly. Probably 5.5. There's another one that's here. Big old eye guards. Little cheater there. Same guy. This is the other one. Really wide. Long main beams. Nice 8. There's a raccoon. It's a booner.
Got a doe coming in. Window's really looking back on our dirt left. Two does in a field about 150 yards out. Now they're running. I don't know why. Jeez, they got big old tails. Well, that's all we get for the day. Saw 2 does, walked in within shooting distance, which is good. These bucks are just being nocturnal. A lot of things going against us right now. The storm blew out, so we have really warm weather. It was 72 degrees today. And the rut hasn't kicked in quite yet to get him really moving. And we have a full bright moon right now. Can I just say, you whitetail people of the world that do this a lot, I have mad respect for you. When I was younger and pay attention to outdoor TV, every time a whitetail episode would come on, I would change the channel. It didn't intrigue me. I didn't think it was that hard, and I'd hear people say, whitetail way smarter than mule deer. I was like, no way. These deer are cagey little animals, man. I've never seen so many trail cam pics. We set up a lot of stealth cam. I've never seen so many trail cam pics of deer only hitting at night. Occasionally you get some big bucks that will stroll through in the morning when it's shooting hours or late. Almost all these pictures are just in the dark. But we're just waiting for that one to make a mistake, and that's all we need. So we'll try it again tomorrow morning. Well, it's officially 1 minute past shooting lights, so we are packing up the blind and getting ready to head out. But I thought tonight was going to happen. We had like 5 or 6 does come in, pass by the stand. The one was all over that mock scrape that I made. And man, I just thought it's going to happen like maybe right before last shooting light, a buck would come in. But I have a feeling, checking that if we check the stealth cams tomorrow, that a buck will have come in tonight. I just think they're still kind of a little nocturnal with what's going on with this weather pattern, at least the mature bucks. But that was fun. It was exciting. It makes it worth a sit when you have animals come in to your stand and you're in them. And specifically, like when you don't get busted, which we survived 6 does, 2 of which were like 8 yards away. So I call that a victory for the day. And we got a couple more days left, so we're gonna just keep on keeping on and hopefully fill a couple extra tags. But that was a fun, beautiful evening in Kansas.
I'm going high 60s.
I'm gonna say 168.
High 60s.
No, you just took my bet. 169.
I'm gonna say 167.
I got the tape. I'll go
167?
170.
We're gonna go score my buck for fun, and then we're all putting bets in and stuff. I'm hearing some good numbers coming out of some guys that are way more experienced at it than I am.
Don't, hey, nobody's saying anything.
He's like 140.
It's between 100 and 200 inches. It's
Yeah, if those guys are high 40s, I think he's high 50s.
168 and 1/4.
I don't actually care what the deer scores. I'm going to score Eric right now on his lack of ability to build a baked potato. Look at this. What the heck is that?
We had cheese, sour cream, butter. We had so many options.
Corn on mine.
They're deceiving because I got so many points on them.
Let me see again.
167.
167.
I'm gonna go 164.
He's in the low to mid 60s, so I'll go 163.
Going 166 and 2/8.
169 and an eighth.
I'm going sub 160, guys. I know it might sound crazy, but that's my.
You got to say a number.
157 and a quarter.
157 and a quarter.
Who said 169?
I just
Me.
said 167.
You did?
I'm the highest.
Yeah, okay.
19.4.
How much?
19.4.
He said 19 something on the V.
19.4.
Yeah.
That thing.
Don't be stretching that tape, Jordan.
10-3.
Number.
Spreads.
Score the air.
18 and a quarter.
But the yellow one was like, the pit crew dude, like,
Pit crew. Probably just let him file and sculpt it for him.
147, Eric. Sorry to let you down.
Plus 4. 10 and 8
11.
11. Plus 5.
Plus 5.
11 and 5/8.
Ooh, I was the closest.
Dude, he's way bigger.
Yeah. You're not that great of a whitetail hunter.
168 and 5/8.
Who said 168? What did I say this morning?
You did. You were right on it.
Man, I feel so lucky. I mean, now that we've gone 2 full days in the stand, I've been with Casey each time, haven't seen a mature buck. So to think like that happened in the first night, first sit in daylight hours. I mean, when it happened, it was like, oh, this is easy. Like everyone's gonna shoot these giant bucks, but I got pretty dang lucky.